Hey family, it's Nora Potts, and today I'm standing right here at the American Legion in the heart of historic Dunbar. Now, this is more than just a building. For generations, this has been a place where veterans gather, families connected, and the community came together. But there are questions surrounding the future of this building. There's been talk about financial struggle and the possibility of the doors closing. And in this neighborhood, like Dunbar, where we already lost so much history. I mean, it just disappears. This conversation is something deeper. This isn't just about losing property. This is about the possibility of losing a gathering spot, a place where memories were made, stories were told, and the community had a place to call its own. So today I'm here to find out what's really going on, what happened, what does the future look like? And what does this mean for veterans and the Dunbar community? Let's talk to the people who know this place best. Hey guys, this is Nora, and I am right here at the American Legion, and I am sitting with...
I'm the past commander.
Past commander and...
I'm the current commander.
So, influential was given the opportunity to sit down because there's so much going on in the community, and we're hearing a lot about American Legion, and I really wanted to know what's going on, so I came to the people themselves. And I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell who you are, and then we're going to get into this interview.
Okay, my name is Albert Knight, and I'm the current commander of Robert H.L. Dabney American Legion, Post 192. I was installed on July 16th, and I'm here reaching out. Thank you for our interview. To raise money for our American Legion.
Right. And I am Darian Montgomery. I'm the past commander, and I've been a part of this post since 1991. So this post is very near and dear to my heart. I've been away for many years with my career, but as soon as I retired and returned to the community, I got back involved with the post full time. So.
All right, guys. So I was concerned. I've seen a GoFundMe on social media. Y'all know I'm a social media junkie. But I've seen a GoFundMe to raise money. Can you tell me what is really going on that we need a GoFundMe?
Okay, it's based on a lawsuit that occurred back in 2022. And Doc has more details about that.
Okay, so Nora, we are currently raising money to pay a levy against the post stemming from a lawsuit that this post suffered from an incident that occurred in May of 2022.
Wow. Wow. So how did this start? Okay,
so here I have in front of me the court documents. Okay, it says, yes you can. It says that in May 21st of 2022, the plaintiff came into the post and some kind of altercation, physical altercation occurred wherein that person was hurt. Okay, then the North law firm filed a lawsuit on behalf of the plaintiff.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, Joe has nothing to do with this. Joe's just doing his job. And on behalf of the plaintiff and the people who were running the post at the time, the leadership at the time, did not respond to this lawsuit.
Wow.
And as a result of them not responding, a judgment was handed down against the post for $158,000. So a judgment was handed down.
Now I'm gonna tell you what you say is what we get, okay?
All right, it's right here.
Okay, because the community wants to know.
It's in black and white right here. So a judgment was handed down by the courts against this post for $158,000. Okay.
So who were the? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who were the leaders?
I can say that we weren't around when it happened.
Right. So I'll say that the people who were running this post are no longer here.
So we don't want to say no names, I guess, y'all.
And the people who were running the post are no longer here. But however, they did do something reckless when they ran this post with no insurance.
How can you run?
Exactly, especially after they were told not to by our higher up, which is our district.
Okay.
All right. So they, on top of that, as you can see right here in this document, on this date, no one on behalf of the American Legion appeared. It says,
The only evidence submitted to the arbitrator in this matter was submitted by the plaintiff.
by the plaintiffs. Okay, so you can see the date that it happened and the date that
May
these people did not go to
21st.
court. Now, I'll say this, if I could give you a timeline, I was not here. I was still in my job.
When did you come?
I came back in January of 2023.
Oh, okay.
So let me get a timeline here. So in the judgment, as you can see, the final judgment was on this date right here. And this is the court. You can look this case up. This
March
is the final
27th,
March 27th.
2023.
Now, the commander then was Craig Brock. However, Craig Brock, we had an election on March 8th where Craig Brock was elected commander. So that's 2 weeks after he's...
So this was before Craig as well.
Exactly. So Craig is not
wow.
responsible for this either. Craig's predecessor is the person responsible for this.
Wow.
Okay. So during this time, I was second. I was what's called a first vice to Craig. So we had rough patches, Craig, I, and the previous commander, on how they was running the post.
Okay.
The risk they were taking, the environment here.
Really, with no insurance.
With no, well, back then, by this time we secured insurance. So,
okay.
So let me back up. So prior to Hurricane November 2022 iron, they secured insurance. So
okay.
That's what some of that money's allowed us to renovate the post, which I'll get into
Tell me
later.
about it. Okay.
But after March 23, when Craig became commander, I'm second in charge of the post, but I didn't agree with how they were running the post. So I stayed at bay during operations.
Okay.
So in July, I recall specifically in July, we still had our regular meetings, which I would attend, but somebody pointed out to me in July of 23 that, hey, we got sued. And I said, we got sued. And we were getting ready to have a meeting, and Craig Brock wasn't here yet. And I asked him, I said, Craig, did we get sued? And he said, and he explained to me, yeah. And I said, and he pulled these documents out of his pockets. And
Okay.
and walking around with them in his pocket.
Okay.
And I said, well, what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to turn him over to the insurance, this and that. But this particular incident was not covered.
Yes.
Okay,
it was
so
before y'all got insurance.
So later on, in August, Craig resigned. I won't go into details of that, but he resigned, and then I became the commander of the post. The past commander was transferred membership, okay, and I started taking this baby on myself.
So you took a lot on.
I took a lot on as I dove into it, and we hired counsel at the court advised us to get a lawyer. We got a lawyer in September, and we've been addressing this, communicating with the opposing attorney, trying to alleviate this over the years. They've been aggressive with their collection efforts. And January of 2025, all our bank accounts were seized.
So since you have been here, how many incidents have you had?
Nora, since the leadership team and I took over this post in August of 23, we've not had a single incident at this post of liability. Not a single incident. Police have not been here to this post since prior to August 23 or after August 2023.
Well, I must address a lot of the comments that I read on social media. One of them I remember was you don't allow certain events here, or can you explain that?
So we have a robust leadership team. Okay, this post belongs to its members, first of all. So we have an executive committee, and we approve, disapprove certain events. So we have a criteria of what we allow in this post. And you can see on one of the comments on social media, I offered to help, and Doc turned me down. Well, was it a legitimate offer?
Okay, understand.
Okay, or was it something to put us back in the same activity, same liability that got us here? We specifically stopped that kind of rave activity. Let's call it a rave activity in this post.
Okay.
And we only allow decent, clean stuff in here. Okay, we lighten up a little bit, but I can tell you, when I came home, it was dope smoking in here. There was, it was lap dancing going on. You can see some videos on Facebook for people lap dancing on the social media. I won't say who it was because he was a good friend of mine, but throwing $1 bills, I mean, it was loose. And it was just more liability, more risk taken in a place that supposedly is for veterans. You know, a place that has supported this community so long. Clothes for kids, backpacks, bicycles, Christmas gifts. We pay rent, Nora. We pay rent for people and light bills for people over the years.
So what happened to all the revenue?
So the revenue was we had a nice kitty going in, and I'll say that after the hurricane there was a settlement, and that was under that previous commander for the building. Okay, they did obtain insurance about 10 days before the storm, believe it or not, and we got a pretty decent settlement. But this judgment wasn't handed down yet.
Oh,
so
wow.
Some of that money went to repair this post. Okay, it was not it wasn't in the amount of $58,000, $158,000. It was not in the amount of $158,000. Okay, so this judgment was not handed down. The assurance award came in January, and this came in March of 23, as you can see.
Okay.
So we had to repair the building.
I want to do a walk around. A couple more questions. Okay. I want to do a walk around because this place looks fabulous from the last time I've been in here.
But I will say that even, you know, we did a lot of work. My leadership team and I did a lot of work to get this post up, and we done a lot after the bank accounts were seized.
I'm just curious because you keep, you know, your hand keep going. And I see one of my favorite people, Joe Norris. So he took this case.
Well, Joe North is the attorney on this case, but Joe North is just doing his job.
Right. I agree.
And Joe North is a great person, and we're very cordial, and business is business. But Joe is not the person who created this liability, this incident. All right, he responded to it. If it wasn't Joe,
because if something happened to me, I'm going to call Joe.
It would have been another attorney.
I don't care where I'm at. I'm going to call Joe.
So it would have been anybody. It could have been any attorney. You know, he's just a businessman, and that's what it was. But this liability was caused right here, as you can see, May 21st, 2022. No insurance.
No insurance.
That's what happened. So, and I'll say that. So the revenue was seized as a result of this. The bulk of our money was seized as a levy against the post, and the monies we make now is enough to keep us afloat sometimes, you know. Sometimes we have to pass the hat to get things going. We offered to settle this a few times with some monies we had. The opposing attorney said no, and then a senior law firm at some point got involved, and they're very aggressive and they're very effective at what they do. So they have a levy against this post, wherein the court has given them permission to sell the post to collect. Now, I want to say this too. So people have called me, Doc, y'all selling the Legion for $110,000? This is a multi-million-dollar profit. Come on, be serious, okay?
Yeah.
Be serious, all right? But now I know that if it goes to auction, somebody's going to steal our property. So
that was my concern, because we are literally in the historic Dunbar area.
Yes.
So to lose this place, I mean, this is like the last thing we're holding on to. We lost Bucks, you know.
Well, Nora, you know, I did an interview with you about Bucks. I wrote an article about Bucks.
Yes, thank you. In Influential Magazine.
And let me tell you something. In that article, we speak of veterans who used to go to Bucks. Those veterans are the veterans who started this post. This post is just as old as Bucks. Okay, it's just as historic as Buck.
So we need to fight for this.
When we walk around, I'm going to show you what these brothers did who started this post, and how it grew into this little building that is in. But this is not only is this a significant and historic spot, but it's the last.
Right.
It's the last.
It's the last on MLK.
So what impact do you think it would have if you guys, and I don't see it happening, but if we were to lose the Legion, what impact do you think would have in this community?
You just lost a family member. I mean, there's going to be nothing here. You know, you're just going to feel it's like a void in your life.
Because it's a generation.
Yes.
I was just telling him outside, like my mom took a picture in front of this palm tree. I have a picture in front of this palm tree.
Anderson Avenue.
My mama was in here. My dad didn't play this, but I'll tell you this. But I'll tell you, my cousin used to have a barbershop on the side of this building right here. Wow. But Laura, can I piggyback on the question? The impact. Nora, it's you. We're not getting this much land back in Dunbar.
Never.
At Dunbar. I mean, we're not. It's not. This is 2 acres. We're not getting, especially on MLK. You understand? So the equity in the land. I mean, you can't even if you tried to. It'd take 200 years to get a place like this back in this spot in this area.
So what can a community do?
So we have a GoFundMe established on our social media page, which is American with 2 N's, a Legion, post 192, and that GoFundMe link is there. If just give $5, and then get 10 people to give $5, and then ask those people to repeat that.
And definitely share the link.
And just repeat that. So small amounts matter. If one person can't give 110,000 maybe, but 110,000 people can give $1, and we can get there. We're fighting for the post. We're looking at other options. We're exploring every avenue to keep it. But at some point, at some time, you were a kid in here looking to win that bicycle with that raffle. You got that little stocking full of pecans, candy canes, and tangerines. And you went away, you were happy, or you got school back book bags.
Yes.
We gave scholarships. We gave scholarships to people for West Point. We did Boys State for people. So we're a community-based organization that's been, not to mention the food banks we've had, the food pantries, the water giveaways.
So will this place still be able to be used as an event center?
Oh, yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, still under, as the new commander, we will be continuing with the things that we've been doing, event centers. We've been scheduling for people with repass, so events like that, situations like that. So it will.
So still community organized events.
It's community organized, but we are operating and we're not taking liability. We're not taking any chance as far as liability. We have insurance now. We've been insured since Hurricane 9. So I said Hurricane 9. We've had insurance since. So, and we're never going to go back to that place. We got some
because it puts us in a bad place. It puts us where we're at now.
Right.
So I can understand it. You know.
You know what's crazy?
It's crazy right now.
Is $1 million insurance for one day costs about $120 just for $1 million in coverage. That's what $1 million costs just for liability insurance for 24 hours. So when we do events here where there may be some risk, like we've had bull rides in here, that person had to have a certificate to operate in here. So if it's something we deem that could be a risk, but we're not. It's no more raving in here whatsoever. So
well, that's good. That's very good to know. So this community, we can help. We can stop it. And I'm a firm believer, Doc, you and I have had conversation. Dunbar community, we are stronger together. I love that you have that outside of your, outside of American Legion, stronger together. But we're stronger together. And I know just recently we raised $30,000 in probably 2 weeks for a young lady because it was somebody in our neighborhood that needed the assistance. So now we're asking for all of us to come together, different church organizations, business owners, whatever you do, even if you just, if you are under the sound of my voice, then we would love if you donated, helped in some type of way. Get in touch with Doc or either Al so we can figure out a way that we can save the American Legion, because this is a place where generations have memories.
Exactly.
Real memories.
Yes, sir.
And if you have any questions outside of what you just heard, you can give them a call. They're available to be reached here.
You got your phone number?
Yeah.
Okay.
My number is 239.
Oh, the girl's gonna call you. I'm joking. Go ahead.
My number is 239-246-6690. You can text me, and I'll reply back to you.
Or you can reach out to on social media, Doc Montgomery or the American Legion, Post 192.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, because I want you guys to see how they turn this place around. I really like it, and I do know that you said there's some more things that you guys are planning on adding, which is just going to be a plus. So let's go.
All right, let's do it. Okay, after the hurricane, the previous leadership renovated this side, but this side had not been done, and they were still doing events, and rain was falling through the ceiling, and we're in the process now of getting new ceiling tiles over here, but the flooring in here was donated by Home Depot, and Lowe's gave us a tile. I got to mention Lowe's, and Miss Valerie Church spearheaded that for us. We need to freshen up the paint in here a little bit, but we got new seating, new chairs. We went to a golf course that was going out of business and took their dining room chairs. The AC units are upgraded, as you can feel. It's tonight very nice and cool.
I can feel the air.
The bathrooms are retiled. So next, let me just give you some history, Nora. So back in the day, back in 1938, after World War I, these veterans, they wanted to go to other posts, but as you know, the era back then didn't allow black veterans to go in certain parts of town. So these brothers had the vision. They started what was called a Palm City Veteran Organization first. They went over to the Buckingham Airfield, off of Buckingham. That used to be a military base. It used to be a black military base, of all things. But they had these sheds, and if you can look at this is a roof to it, like a tool shed or a storage shed. You see it? And you can see how it goes all the way around. So they went down to Buckingham, and they brought these sheds back in, and they grouped them together. As you see, so this is one, the kitchen's one, this is one, and then right here used
Sheds.
to be, these tool sheds, and they opened them up, and this right here was like an open area, so they would come, open up canteen, and they'd socialize here, and they built this area in about, I think, the late 60s. They added this room, and then if you remember, if you're from Fort Myers, this part was an open field, and then there was a red brick building, like a storefront over there where that slab is. So we acquired all that in the 80s, purchased a Dean steel building, fabricated it to make this room, and then knocked that building down on the other side.
Oh, I'm learning something new
outside,
myself.
and then piece by piece, they bought pieces of land as we flourished. So this post was very, very successful at one point.
Okay.
But greed.
So if they were to rent this facility, what does it come with?
It comes with sound equipment. They have options, sound, and it depends on what the event entails. If it's a repast, we can, as you can see the monitors, we can put the family members up on the wall, like do the slide shows. We got sound. We got DJs that they can pay. We do have spirits. We have a kitchen. We have plenty of seating, as you can see.
Okay.
And we rent based on the event. And some events require armed security, and some we don't. But you do have to get liability insurance when you
rent it. And you do have
we have underwriters who provide that insurance by the day.
And if you look this way, this is part of our property. We got our flag.
Take that walk.
And if you come out a little bit more, we have our American Legion emblem. Working out signs some more.
And that's the tree, guys, that I was telling you about earlier.
We're associated with a church.
All righty.
It was put up after the hurricane. And Hurricane Ian came here and did his thing.